So before we get into the video, I just want to put a quick plug for my book, Only Human, available from Amazon, Google, and iTunes bookstores. It's my take on a werewolf story that's a bit different than most, and I think a lot of people might enjoy, or you might enjoy. So I would really appreciate you guys checking it out. And yeah, hope you enjoy the video. So the Game Awards are just a day away, and I just wanted to go through the final player choice vote, give my thoughts on it, and also give my thoughts on or make a few last minute predictions on games that may or may not show up there. And so, yeah, let's just jump in and get to it. First, let me just. You don't need to see that. Now, I am super happy that It Takes Two made it to the final round. And honestly, for me, it's up to Metroid Dread and It Takes Two. Halo Infinite, I don't even know why it's nominated. Like the main campaign just came out today, actually, if I'm not mistaken. And the multiplayer came out a little while back. So if we're to take into consideration of how the nominees are chosen, are we up to assume that we're supposed to just look at Halo Infinite through just its multiplayer? Because it wouldn't isn't I don't understand that. Isn't that unfair to count that as a whole? Think of it as a whole thing. Regardless, even if that was the case, yes, I'm playing the game. Yes, I'm enjoying my time with it when I'm not raging. But yeah, I would not make that my choice at all. Forza, I've heard nothing but praise and good things. I'm not really into racing games. I have played some in the past, but I've just never really found it my thing. But I send all my love to Forza, and if it wins, it wins. Resident Evil Village, honestly, it was a good game, but it I don't think it was as good as everyone was hoping it was, because a lot of people will tell you that, like, the opening castle, spoilers, sorry, but the opening part of the game is really the best part. And as it keeps going, it just gets more action heavy, and it's just I mean, I'm not going to say it's not scary, because there are a few good scares near the end, throughout the game, but the atmosphere wise, a lot of people say that the beginning portion with the castle and all that was the best. Not that the farther parts weren't good, but they were just not as fantastic as the beginning part with the castle. And so I just don't think Resident Evil Village exceeded the or met the expectations a lot of people were hoping it would bring. Again, it was a good game. It just wasn't as good as a lot of people were hoping it would be. So yeah, again, my two that trying to debate between is Metroid Dread and It Takes Two, because again, It Takes Two, it was such a surprise and such an astonishing game, honestly. Like, I don't want to say it's an indie game, because I really don't consider it an indie game. It came from a pretty good studio who has done work before. And yeah, I wouldn't say it's a triple A game, but I wouldn't call it an indie. I wouldn't call it an indie either. And that game just, again, I personally didn't play it. I watched a playthrough. I walked through, I enjoy watching, people play games. I have favorite streamers, just like I assume you guys do too. But yeah, the playthrough I saw was just so astonishing. It was so incredible how they melded all these different gameplay styles together and the cooperation needed to achieve the goals. And it was honestly just and the and the story. Oh my god, that story, I will not lie, it got me teared up. I teared up for that story. I felt that story. I felt for the characters. Um and then Metroid Dread, honestly, because I remember Samus Returns or the remake, and people enjoyed it, but they kind of complained that it was a little too easy with the new counter move and all that. And I never found a problem with that. But the thing, and I really expected more of that. But what I didn't expect was such an incredible atmosphere, such incredible gameplay mechanics. I mean, we've had them before in other Metroids, but the way they're implemented here are just so good. I mean, the Shine Spark, the cross bombs, the multi lock on, like, and the progression of your abilities, how you get them, and how you open up areas was just so freaking perfect. And I'm pretty sure there's runners out there tearing that game apart. I'm pretty sure they've already torn that game apart and like shown off what you can do or complete in like an hour or something like that. And the game is just it 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 doesn't punish you for that. Like it actually, you know, it's built in for you to try to figure these things out and find shortcuts and break things in a way. And I find that so amazing. And again, the thing that was even more so is like I got scared playing this game. Like there were little the Emmys and like the creepy music, and it was just like every time it was like tension and fear, and I was like angsty, and it was just so different from other Metroid games for me at least. Because I played the Prime series. Um, I played the original Super Metroid 2, not Super Metroid 2. I played the original Metroid 2, Samus Returns, obviously Super Metroid. I don't think I played Fusion, but I have watched a playthrough of it. I played Other M, which, uh, I mean, if not for the horrible story, I would actually say that game's pretty good. I mean, the mechanics and the way it worked was obviously the reasoning behind your locked abilities was absolutely god awful garbage. Along with the story, it was just not good the way they went about it. Ugh. Ugh. But a lot of the gameplay elements of Metroid Other M were actually not bad. I actually enjoyed them. Playing the game, I enjoyed, but the actual story was atrocious. Anyway, but yeah, so Metroid Dread, like, it's such a different atmosphere, and I loved it. It was so fantastic. But now that I've talked it out loud and I have them in front of me, I can wholeheartedly say that I think I'm gonna vote vote for It Takes Two. This game was just so out of nowhere, really. Again, you people really shrug off these games because they're not AAA, but they can, like, when they surprise you, they truly do. And I'm gonna admit that, I've that's happened to me. I've done that to games where I just, I'm like, oh, that looks good, but I don't think I'm gonna play it. Oh, but like now, like after having watched a playthrough of it and everything, I actually regret not playing the game myself. And like I said, I probably will in the future at some point find some way to play this game with somebody I know. Because again, it's just so enthralling, even to watch. So yeah, I can wholeheartedly say that I think It Takes Two deserves it. I hope to God they win it. I'm I'm really pulling for this game, and I'm really hoping it wins. Because again, nothing against all the other nominations. I've already stated my opinions on each one. But I really, 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 really do hope for It Takes Two, because again, it was such a awesome experience. Regardless of how I experienced it, it was still incredible. And let's just take a quick look. Right. So, oh my god. Ugh. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Halo Infinite is Player's Choice leading the Player's Choice Award? Oh my god. Ugh. I mean, I'd be fine with Metroid Dread winning it. I would love for Metroid Dread winning it. I would have loved for It Takes Two to take it. But Halo Infinite? Oh, that just breaks my heart, man. That just guts me right here. It just ugh, guts me, man. Such heartbreak. Ugh. After all that spiel, I was like, oh my god. Who knows? Maybe this isn't it. Maybe this is just my region or area. I don't know how this thing is calculated, but I'm really pulling for somehow either Metroid Dread or It Takes Two. Because Halo Infinite, honestly, they shouldn't even have been on the ballot. Because again, I forget like the cutoff date for certain games to be able to be eligible to even get into nominations, or we're supposed to just take Halo Infinite's multiplayer into like, so we're just supposed only as the multiplayer. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying the multiplayer. It is fun, but let's be honest, there's been problems. It's had progression problems. It's had problems even with like the battle pass itself. I find it's very lacking. And so just to look at the multiplayer alone and have that win the Player's Choice Award is just astonishing to me, honestly. Ugh, I lose my faith in humanity. But anyway, yeah. So let's move on to my final predictions for the Game Awards of who, not who, but what games will show up. And then just a reminder, I will be streaming the Game Awards tomorrow night. I'm gonna try my damnedest to do it, and it's gonna be hopefully fun, and I hope you guys join me for it. Okay, so these are games that I have feel like I can't say whether I'm gonna just give a percentage of what I think the chances are of them showing up, and they're like my final guesses because obviously the Game Awards are tomorrow. So yeah, please take this with a grain of salt and always remember that the universe is out there to prove me wrong. So if I get something wrong here, I'm not gonna be mad about it. Hell, I'll be happy if I'm wrong. But yeah, so these are the games in no particular order. So let's go. Bioshock. Okay, some people have been telling me that it's time for the new Bioshock to show up, and I honestly don't know if it will. I mean, they have said that the Bioshock franchise is not dead. That it will continue. There will make continue more. Make yeah, They will make more games, but I'm not sure of its chances at the Game Awards. If I had to give it anything, uh, I would say 30-70. 30% chance it will 30% chance that it will show up and 70% chance that it won't. Because honestly, I just don't see it happening. I don't see Take Two showing off Bioshock anytime soon, honestly. Especially since I think they're working on something else. I can't remember what it is. It's probably already out, and I'm just remembering wrong. No, I think it's the Borderlands, right? Borderlands? No, it's not Borderlands. Yeah, is it Borderlands? I can't remember. Point is, I'm pretty sure they're busy with something else. Obviously, another developer could be doing it, but yeah, I still say 3070. I don't see its chances of showing up to be that high. Okay, so to clarify, I said in my predictions of games that I think will show up, I said Pragmata, and I still stand by that. I still think that even though the game was delayed, I don't think that means they have nothing to show. I think they might have a little teaser or something, a little bit of gameplay, even though again, it could just be some tidbit of some tidbit with the new release date tacked on the end. But what I've been hearing from friends of mine is their thoughts on if anything else Capcom would show up. And I honestly don't think so. Devil May Cry, that's going to be quite a few years before we see anything new from that franchise. 5 was amazing and outstanding, and obviously the special edition with Virgil, and I'm pretty sure both versions sold gangbusters. It was critically received well, and I believe it was also financially received pretty well. Monster Hunter, maybe they'll have a trailer for the update showing more of the game, but I think they already had one. So I don't see anything Monster Hunter related showing up. Resident Evil, I already said the Resident Evil 8 DLC. I think that is another thing from Capcom we will see at the Game Awards. I would say that at 100%. Street Fighter 6, I would say no. Not a chance. They just released the final character, the final batch of DLC, and they're not just gonna right after that announce and tease the next game. Like that would just hurt them financially, I believe, if they even did that. So I don't see, besides my two predictions, which are the Resident Evil 8 Resident Evil Village DLC and Pragmata, I don't see anything else Capcom showing up. If it unless it's something completely brand new and out there, I don't see it. And Resident Evil 4 remake, come on, people. I mean, I know some, different, a different. No. They're saying they're. I think they switched over to an internal for that one. They're not. The people who did Resident Evil 3 are not gonna do remake. They said. So I don't see Capcom anything else besides the two things I said. I don't see Capcom showing up. But again, well, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, this one's a big one. Honestly, the chances of this game showing up aren't too bad. I mean, it's been a long while. They said production is pretty far along. Um, my only caveat would be is that Yoshi P's the director of this game, and he's busy with Endwalker, as most of you can attest. I'm here looking at my queue, but this game, I actually think there's a pretty good chance we might see something. Maybe more gameplay, like a gameplay trailer. We had that one trailer, like the reveal trailer, really, and it showed off, some a little bit of the story cinematics and a bit of the gameplay, but nothing. It looked, even from a standpoint, it looked a bit rough. I think if they do show up, it'll be a gameplay trailer that'll show off the ironed out mechanics and how it's been refined. I would give this game 50-50. Yeah, I would say 50-50 for this game. It's pretty good. I want to say its chances are pretty good of it showing up, at least something. But again, I feel like they may hold something. They may hold showing this off for their own event in Japan. I believe Jump Festa or whatever Tokyo Game Show. I think they might save it for that. So yeah, I would say 50-50 on us seeing Final Fantasy 16. All right, Gears of War. This franchise has been radio silent for a good long while now. I'm trying to remember if 5 did okay. I'm trying to remember if 5 was well received. And I honestly can't remember. That being said, because the franchise has been radio silent for so long, and of course the coalition has been working on something or anything at this point, it could be Gears, I would say 60-40 this game will show up. There's a 60% chance this game will show up. Well, versus 40 that it won't. Just because of how radio silent the franchise has been lately. And I think the Game Awards would be a good place to surprise people with this, or they would want to. Xbox, not just the developer, but also Xbox would want to surprise people with something. And I think the next entry into the Gears of War franchise might show up. It has a pretty good chance of showing up. So yeah, I would say again 60-40 for this one. I know at the last Game Awards is where they teased the future of Mass Effect. But yeah, there is a there's a 10 to 90% chance this game will show up. There's a 10% chance that it will and 90% that it won't. Because even if EA will show up, like I said, they're either going to show off a Star Wars game or they're going to show off Dragon Age. Actually, no, I don't think Dragon Age either. Because just like Dragon Age, that's where I was trying to go with this. I think this like they're focused because of Dragon Age's problems at the moment and how they keep losing people. I think this is gonna keep getting that's gonna keep Mass Effect pushed back. It's gonna keep pushing Mass Effect back because have to be like they have to be focused on Dragon Age at the moment. They really, really need a win for Dragon Age. They need something to bring them back. Um, and to be clear, just to be clear, I actually loved Inquisition. I mean, I know I feel bad for the terrible development problems that game went through and all the hardship the workers had to go through. My heart pours out to you. But damn if I didn't enjoy that game. I really, really liked it. I played all the DLCs and everything. I played Origin. I played all the DLC. Well, did I play all the DLCs of Origin? I want to say yes, I did. I think it was Dragon Age 2 that I skipped out one of the DLCs. I think it was the one with the heist with the heist with the elf that was the actress. I think her name is Day. I think I missed that DLC. But Inquisition, I actually really, really liked that game. I played through that game, I believe twice, and I played all the DLCs, and I really, really liked it. So, but again, because of EA's current standing within the gaming community, I don't see Mass Effect or Dragon Age showing up. Like they are only going to show Dragon Age when they are 1000% sure it's ready to be shown. And again, given its recent problems with holding on to their people, I just don't know. For like, and that's just again, that's just on Dragon Age. That being said, Mass Effect, anything for the next Mass Effect, yeah, I'll give it a 10-90 split. That is so far into the flung future. It's only going to happen once I want to say Dragon Age's development is starting to either ramp up or slow down once the game is close to release date. That's when they'll even start working on the next Mass Effect. But yeah, I just do. Yeah. But again, hey, universe, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, universe. NetherRealm. I think it was 2 years ago that NetherRealm revealed or teased Mortal Kombat 11. And honestly, there's a good chance they could be showing off something again. Uh, a lot of people would think Injustice, but there have been rumors that they might be working straight on Mortal Kombat 12. I can't substantiate that. It's just things I've read, and I'm just not sure. I mean, the chances of them showing up is pretty good. I will give them a 70-30 split. 70% chance that they will show up, 30% chance they won't. But the question would be, what would they be showing off? That I'm not sure about. I lean more towards the next Injustice than I do Mortal Kombat, just because even though Mortal Kombat is, I think, a bigger game, a bigger franchise for them, and again, rumors saying that they have like from 11 they jumped straight to 12. I Even if that was the case, I don't think they're gonna show it off. I think they're gonna wait, and I think they're gonna show off Injustice, and then I don't know where I heard this, or if it's even true, or if it's a rumor, or somebody's just a crazy rambling. But apparently, they said that NetherRealm's working on a Marvel fighting game similar to Injustice, and again, I have no clue. I have no research or feedback on that, so I don't know about that one. So I'm gonna say no to Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 12 will not show up. I would say because again, I said what 70-30. I said 70-30 that NetherRealm will show up. Now, between what will they show, I would say it's between Injustice and maybe this Marvel fighting game. If that's true, I would say 70%. Again, I would do it again. 70% chance that, no, 80% chance that they're going to show Injustice, and a 20% chance they're going to show something off different and new. So yeah, I would say it like that. I would say 70-30 they'll show up, and then what they'll show, I'll say 80-20 that'll be either Mortal Injustice or something new. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, those were my votes. That was my vote for the player's choice, and I'm freaking heartbroken that it looks like Halo Infinite's gonna win it. Yeah, again, they shouldn't even been on the ballot. I don't know how these things work, but they shouldn't have been on the ballot. It's ridiculous. But yeah, and then those were my final predictions on games that I think will or will not show up. And yeah, so please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment down below. Again, I'm sorry if there's any problems or choppiness. I'm still, learning how to use this new software. I would really appreciate it if you stick with me. And yeah, just oh, I'm gonna be I'm gonna try my damnedest to stream the Game Awards tomorrow. So hopefully you'll join me live. And yeah, have a good night and a good game. Take care.